Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the third podcast that I will be doing. Today, we have a guest. We are being joined by both insane topics listed down that we're going to talk about today. So, podcast. Hopefully, everything goes well. And also, before we get everything started, I want to apologize for last podcast. First, we had like an abrupt ending. All of a sudden, the stream just kind of ended after I said I'll be right back, and I turned like the audio down and stuff, and then I came back and not the stream was ended, it was still going on my part, but also another thing is I want to apologize on behalf of InsaneCoasterJunkie. He kind of had to leave abruptly yesterday, in the last podcast, because he had to help put up Christmas decorations. But hopefully everything works out today and we can get everything situated. So, sorry about that long introduction. But, like I said, I'm being joined by InsaneCoasterJunkie and Coaster-Films. We're going to have some farming simulator playing in the background. And I'm lagging very bad on the game. So, hopefully you guys can bear with me with it. But, this is more going to just be focused on me talking. And, anyway, so... Alright, InsaneCoasterJunkie. Hello, InsaneCoasterJunkie, are you there?
He might be right back, so...
Alright, yeah, he might be.
You want me to talk instead?
Do you know what the topic is?
No.
Okay, I guess but we have different things to talk about. More of our perspective rather than what they're going to be getting and stuff like that, and what they've gotten in the past. So, InsaneCoasterJunkie, if you... Oh, there he is.
Loud and clear.
Alright, I can hear you now. Alright. And there's the milk truck. Okay, anyway. So, did you hear us this whole time, or...
No.
You didn't? Okay, so we basically just talked about what we're going to be talking about today. So, first thing we're going to be talking about is Spider 2018, and what our thoughts were, because Spider had a bit of a rough year, to say the least. So, InsaneCoasterJunkie, do you want to give your thoughts on it? InsaneCoasterJunkie. Alright.
He's dead again.
It sounds like InsaneCoasterJunkie's having a bit of issues over there.
Technical difficulties is bad for me.
Yeah, you seem to be struggling over there. Are you gonna stay with us now, or?
I'm sorry, I was gonna say that. People aren't gonna hear me.
We hear you now. It's just a bit of a rough start, but hopefully we can get things situated. So, InsaneCoasterJunkie, do you want to give your thoughts on Spider 2018, since it had a pretty rough season?
Oh yeah, it had a rough start. It was around, I would say, probably the second week of June. We noticed some problems going on with the Spider. When I heard of a malfunction, and I just basically went into SDNO mode, aka standing operating, and then after that it just dismantled itself a bit. And I found a Waldameer with Gilbert 221, and we see this ride. This is closed. It said like closed indefinitely.
Yeah, closed indefinitely.
And then after that, it said like ride closed.
Yeah.
So we thought the ride was going to be removed. And over the course of this season, I made some update videos about it, and people were kind of on my side that, hey, maybe Spider could be removed. Because as you know, it's a very old ride. Well, it turns out that that's not the case, as everything I said was wrong, and people ended up telling me, oh, the Spider's coming back. and I kept rebelling, saying no. Yes, the spider did come back, and it reopened on September 1st, and I was shocked.
Yeah, so basically, okay, so now I'm going to give kind of my view, and then Coaster-Films, you can give your view or opinion on it. So basically, what I saw was, it was like Insane Coaster Junkie said, around the second week of June, it closed for a while, but before then, every now and then, every time I go, it would just be randomly closed. So, to be honest, when it said closed indefinitely, I wasn't surprised, because they're having some issues with the game, with the ride. So, you know, I wasn't really surprised. Just got a weird message saying OBS disconnected and is reconnecting, so I'm gonna check to see if the stream is... Alright, can someone go on YouTube real quick and see if the stream is still... Oh wait, no, it's... Okay, we're still live.
Awesome.
Reconnection successful. Alright, well, what am I gonna do? Alright, so... I'm gonna turn the music off. So, sorry guys, we're not gonna have any more music, because I'm just gonna try make this work as good as possible. So, anyway, sorry about that. You guys want to continue?
I wasn't done yet,
yeah.
But you guys remember the Cedar Talic era of my channel, remember?
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
Those videos were just crap.
I mean, I still watch them to this day.
Executed well was the Elmworth Express video.
Mm-hmm.
That, Coaster-Films, you found my channel because of that.
Yes, yes.
I found your channel because Coaster-Films told me.
On-ride with my tablet, and I wasn't really thinking much until I uploaded it that night. And I watched the video, I'm like, I really like this. 2016, I kind of repeat what I did with the Thunder Mechanics era then. It really came into 2017 when I figured out, this is what I really want to do. And the videos just kept going and going. Construction updates, how-to rides, on-ride POVs, coaster vlogs, park eating, all sorts of other wacky segments that you may find on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
It really just took off in 2017 because let's just pretend that the Cedar Talic and Thunder Mechanics errors do not exist.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've still watched those videos to this day just for some nostalgia.
We just pretend that the blankety blank age of my YouTube channels exist.
We just pretend that the beginning of my channel with the old Minecraft Let's Plays. I'm not talking about the lovely world and stuff, but before I got the Elgato, let's pretend that wasn't around, where I used to prop up my little iPod to point at a TV and play a video game. Let's pretend that doesn't exist.
Okay, a little off topic.
Yeah. So, does anyone else have to say for anything to say for the first video that you filmed at Waldameer?
Done.
I just can't wait for the future videos.
Yeah, I just have one more thing to add. When I did film with the GoPro for the first time at Waldameer, it felt really awkward, and I feel like everyone was like looking at me weird. But nowadays I just don't care. I'll just like throw on my GoPro and just film a POV whenever I feel like it, because who cares now?
Now about Gilbert 221, you still get nervous when you film vlogs.
When I film vlogs, like if I'm walking down the midway pointing a camera at myself and talking, I feel like people are looking at me weird. So I always hold my camera down. And if you guys ever notice that whenever I film a Waldameer or vlog or anything, I'm never around people when I'm actually talking to the camera. I'll film cinematics and stuff, no problem, but I can't just talk to the camera. I don't know why. It's just, I'm sure a lot of people have that problem.
It's just like Gilbert 221 and Coaster-Films just come at me like, how do you do that without...
Coaster-Films doesn't mind as much, but I'm the one who always asks, say Coaster Junkie, is like, how do you film yourself like that without thinking people are looking at you weird?
It's normal, and people actually want to be in my videos. They're like running up to me. If you see in some vlogs, people are like running up to me asking what my channel is.
Yeah, so you know,
just let them blend in.
Hopefully this next, well, actually, if I'm with a friend or someone and we're filming, I don't mind then. like at Cedar Point, with the Cedar Point vlog. Also, another thing, I feel like it's easier to film at Cedar Point, a vlog at Cedar Point, than it is at Waldameer because, you know, people at Cedar Point don't really mind as much, from what I noticed. So, anyway, that's off topic. So, let's talk about certain songs. Okay, so Insane Coaster Junkie, you can explain what we mean by that.
Well, I guess you're looking at the most musically talented person in the coaster group here. So, what I mean about this is, like, certain songs that we felt are, like, the best when we think of Waldameer. If you watch, like, a certain Waldameer video you think of, or just hearing around the park, like, what song do you remind of Waldameer or Ride in a Ride? And actually what I've done is made a playlist on Spotify called Songs of Waldameer in Waterworld. I'm still expanding the list to this day, but I think it's like over 50 songs now where I think about Waldameer, or I hear around the midways, or rides, or stations, whatever. And basically, I'm probably going to go first with this one, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
There are certain songs that get me pumped, like, because, if you don't know, all of us are rock fans, but of, like, different decades. Like, I like myself some classic rock. Like Coaster-Films does, too. We all like a little bit of classic rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm more of an alternative metal guy. I moved on to the alternative metal scene, but I still come back to classic rock, like Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue, or some Van Halen songs, or Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas. Like, any of those are good. And I'm probably going to leave Gilbert 221 to talk after that, but Goodnight Sweetheart. Oh my gosh, that is just legendary.
Yeah, so I have two, actually, that are very recognizable by everyone in this call right now, and if people are fans of Waldameer, you definitely know this one. First one, of course, is this one. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but be a clown at Waldameer every summer day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, so
Honestly, I prefer Cedar Point's closing procedures than Waldameer's.
yeah, but this song is very memorable. The 2009 song that you hear constantly on the radio. So yeah, that's the one, and then the next one is Goodnight Sweetheart by the McQuire sisters, McQuire, I forget how you pronounce it, but yeah, so that one's a big one. If you guys don't know this song, every time Waldameer is about to close for the night, generally at 10 o'clock, they'll play Goodnight Sweetheart, and it's this really old song from years and years ago, and the point of the song is, like, they say it's like the goodnight song, and that's how everyone remembers it as, is the goodnight song. And if you actually look up the song on YouTube, you see people in, like, oh, my home amusement park plays this song when they're about to close and stuff. So that song is very memorable, because I feel like my best memories are when I'm walking out of the park hearing that song, especially when I'm with Insane Coaster Junkie or Coaster-Films. Whenever I hear that song walking out of the park, it feels different. It doesn't feel like Waldameer. It feels special. And I actually listen to that song all the time when I'm bored, just to give me that Waldameer feeling.
I actually feel angry when I hear that song.
Yeah, because you have to go home.
Yes. I prefer when
I feel sad.
They just stop, just like close the rides at like Cedar Point, and just like say nothing about it, unless if you go over there, just kind of yell at you, tell you, "That's your job, public, the ride's now closed. Please go home now."
I don't like that, because I feel like Waldameer.
Please, you can sit around and you can wait around for your ERT on the dragster.
I don't really like that, because I feel like it's not as special, personally.
I think it's more about the memories you do during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like, because if you're, I don't know, it's special. But one thing I do like more about Cedar Point is how they let their rides stay open past the closing time. Like, you could be there half an hour after the park closed and still get rides in. That's nice. Like, at Cedar Point, it's like Waldameer, right at 10 o'clock, right when they play that song, everything shuts down. Like, the lights start turning off, everything. The whole park just dies. At Cedar Point, like, you can actually ride a couple more rides for maybe around a half an hour after the park closes, or at least me, because when we were going, it was way out, like maybe 10 minutes after 10 o'clock, we were on our walking out, and we just decided to run the gatekeeper real quick, and they let us in. So I like how Cedar Point does that. But personally, experience-wise, Goodnight Sweetheart is my personally one of my favorites, and the Waldameer 2009 commercial song. Also, another one is the Ravine Flyer theme song, because that got stuck in my head when I was a kid so much.
Oh my gosh, that too.
Yeah, so I have a lot of songs that are very nostalgic, and all the little songs are a bit special, like the Ravine Flyers theme song. Whenever they come on the radio, I immediately think of Ravine Flyer for some reason. Yeah, also, I listen to InsaneCoasterJunkie playlist.
Just listen to my playlist and you'll find a new definition.
Yeah, I do that when I'm bored.
Keep in mind that playlist is always expanding the future Waldameer hits. But yeah, so many good songs.
Yeah. Better than Disney.
What about? No, there's nothing about Disney.
Nothing good about Disney. Alright, well.
Okay.
What?
What?
Off topic, guys.
Just pointing it out, I mean. Alright, so, next thing is, opinion on the park now. I'll let you guys go ahead.
What's the park?
Waldameer.
Yes, Waldameer. It's like one of my least favorite parks.
Huh?
Yes, I said it's one of my least favorite parks.
Explain.
All the Cedar Fair parks are way better than Wally World. And I still go there because it's something to do.
Oh my goodness. You turned into an anti-Waldameer.
I know. I've been anti-Waldameer all summer.
Yeah, wait, you don't remember him saying that when we're in the Thunder River line? He said this is probably one of my least favorite parks in the world.
I don't remember.
I do. A bit shocked when I heard it. Was it? Were you with us, or was it someone else?
I don't know.
Might have been. I don't know. I can't remember.
Is it snowing?
Where? Oh.
The game.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about outside, and I was like, what? Alright.
Okay then. Well,
What?
you're right now.
Alright, I'll go. So my opinion on the park now, I like it so much more than when I was little because of how much they have, like, expanded and gotten. Also, like, I just have more fun now than when I used to, because I've made new friends there and stuff. I don't know, I really have opinions of the park. The park's fun. But I see where Coaster-Films is coming out. Out of all the parks I went to, Waldameer would be down the list. Like, if it wasn't my home park, I wouldn't like it nearly as much. But, I mean, it's still fun. I like what they're getting and what they're doing. I think the parks run nice. But, yeah, other than that, I don't really have any main opinions of it. And I like to go, and it's something to do during the summer. It's cheap. So, yeah. That's really all
also
I have.
emphasize you being an employee.
Oh, yeah, we didn't write that down. Yeah, okay, so I was originally going to say this, but I didn't write it down. So I kind of forgot, but I am currently an employee at Waldameer, and they hire at 14 years old. If you're 14 years old, you can help with picnics and dishes and wristbanding and stuff like that. So this was my first summer working there, and it's a fun place to work, I guess. It's nice, but I much prefer going there for fun than going there to do dishes. I personally, but itself, like, you do get some bonuses, such as, like, I can go to any park in Pennsylvania for free.
No, it's not that.
What do you mean?
I was talking with one of the employees in there, and they said, like, Jeremy, he said, like, it's like park. It's not any park in Pennsylvania. It's park that Waldameer's like related to.
Really?
Or has relations to. Honey Lake Park is not one you can go to.
Huh. That's interesting. I've just found that out. Wait. So, how do you figure out if Waldameer is related to them or not?
They think they have a sign in the office.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there might be. Yeah, I just haven't noticed it. Anyway,
where the rides, like, wall is.
Yeah. So anyway, I like working there. To be honest, it wasn't my favorite because I guess it was just because I was 15 at the time. I'm still 15, but I'm gonna be turning 16 before next summer. So I would be able to do more. But personally, I didn't enjoy working there, and it gave me a different view of the park, kind of, because now, it's weird. I like it, but it gave me a different view on the park than when I didn't work there. Not a bad view, but different. So, opinion on the park, I guess it was nice. I feel like when I turned 16, I'll like working there more. But opinion on the park in general, the park is really nice. Everyone there is friendly, and yeah, I don't really have much to say.
Let me get on to the Waldameer King here. I think my view of the park has dramatically changed for
all of us, actually, or at least me.
When I was a kid, I was scared to go on a lot of rides, so I didn't really like it that much. I was basically Coaster-Films at the time.
Oh, when I was a kid, I loved it there. I just didn't want. I just like watching everything go, and I just like riding the train. That's it.
That's how I was. Yep.
No, I was the Coaster-Films you are now.
You just hated it there.
Yeah, but as I started researching about the amusement parks and taking interest, I started loving the park even more. And even with all the other amusement parks I've been to, big and small, Waldameer continues to be one of my favorite places to go. Like, sure, it's something to do on a summer day when I'm bored, but it feels like an experience every time because there's so many good things to do. It's basically a local crowd, so you basically know everybody.
Yeah.
You can have a good time with all your friends and family, which is a huge aspect when it comes to a family theme park. And my interest has skyrocketed. That's pretty much why you see 90% of my channel is Waldameer nowadays, because I love this park.
You want to hear something cool that happened to me over the summer? I met some people from the UK at Kings Island, and a few days later, they came to Waldameer. I met them at Waldameer there again.
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's interesting.
I had that in Universal with people from Wales.
Really?
Yeah, but staying on topic, I would say Waldameer has to be one of my favorite parks just for the experience.
Yeah, so,
it never fails to disappoint me.
And one thing I like about doing this with, like, a bigger group of people is we can all build off of what other people say. And one thing I should mention is what InsaneCoasterJunkie said. He says it's a new experience every time. I agree with that because when I go, a lot of times it's just kind of like, you go, ride stuff, and leave. But you never know, because every now and then you might get this one visit that stands out like other ones, and you never know when it's going to be. Like, I've had, like, the visit when we met you, InsaneCoasterJunkie. I thought it was just going to be a normal Waldameer visit, and it turns out that I met one of my best friends nowadays. and that was fun. So you never know what's going to happen when you go there, and that makes me like the park more and more. It's still one of my favorite parks to this day, but compared to other parks, no, but that's not saying I don't like it. I love the park so much. It's just, yeah, it's one of my favorite parks to go to for experience-wise.
Well, I always try to do something different every time I go, so that's why I'm bored as easily as a lot of GP has said.
Yeah. So, does anyone have any other things before we conclude that?
Nope.
No?
That summed it up pretty well.
So, well, I think that basically finishes that off. So, let's move into the next topic on opinion of employees at Waldameer. Okay, so we have a lot for this one, and all three of us I think are going to be fairly similar, if not pretty much exactly the same. Coaster-Films, I feel like you kind of have like the best opinion on this one. So what's your opinion on like employees at Waldameer?
They can either be really mean or really nice.
Yeah, so talk about some of the nice ones.
They are very nice to you, they want to be your friend. Like Patrick or Jeremy.
Okay, so
or Thomas.
Yeah, so InsaneCoasterJunkie, I'm gonna let you build off of that before I kind of give my opinion.
As present employees, I've had so many good employee interactions over the past couple of years, ever since I really started the channel. What really started in 2015 was a ride operator named Alexis, who I met on Extreme.
I remember her.
And you remember her?
Her name was Alexia.
I thought it was Alexia. Yeah.
Yeah, her full name's Alexis.